Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As Miss Letitia said, my name is Misty Proctor. I would like to start off by saying thank all of you for showing your support by joining us on this special evening. First, I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I came to Strive. She gave you a little bit of it. When we first came to New York, we were homeless. We spent our first 6 months sleeping, eating, and living in Bryant Park. Because of that and the just not, being able to take care of the things that we needed to take care of, I ended up having to, my hair was like way down my back. And I ended up having to shave my head, like completely shave. As you can see in the picture up there, my hair is really short. And so that killed my self-esteem on top of a lot of other things. I missed my hair. I have wonderful classmates that surprised me yesterday at our little thing. They had all put money together and they took me out and bought me some new hair. Like she was saying, I didn't know where I was going or what I was going to do. And we ended up getting into a shelter system. And my husband and I were sitting there talking one evening in our room, and I had told him that I, was interested in office work, but I didn't know how, to go about doing it. And he was telling me that I should try to find a school or something that I could go to. And the very next morning, when we got up, we had a meeting with our case manager at the shelter, and she hands me a paper about the office training at Strive. And I knew in my heart that that was God telling me that I should go for it. So I went to the orientation and I started class on March 12th. Now, when I went to class the first day, I was a bundle of negativity about myself. I told myself, I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough to be in a fancy office. One of the things that we did in class was watch a movie, which I recommend to everybody, called The Secret. In the movie, it talks about that what you think in your mind, you attract to yourself. If you think negative things, which I was constantly doing, then negative things happen. Negative reactions is what you end up getting. And I was so busy thinking bad about myself that it was affecting everything that I did. After viewing the movie, we created things called vision boards, where we put up pictures and words of things that we wanted, where we wanted to be, what we wanted. And I took my vision board to heart because I began to see that I was smart. I knew who I was and what I wanted to become. I began to see myself differently. With the help of those that I love, my husband, my teachers, and my fellow classmates, I saw and I began to feel more beautiful. I have found the greatest love, learning to love myself. Strive is a wonderful program that I would recommend to the richest of rich or the poorest of poor, because when you begin to see the inner you and accept responsibility for your actions, you grow stronger. I can only speak for myself, but I hope my fellow classmates would agree with me that two of the biggest blessings of Strive are Miss Maria and Miss Letitia. That's right. Sometimes they hit the heart and the mind really hard, but it made me stronger. My husband, she mentioned, said something to me about a week ago that made me think long and hard about settling. He said that you always hear a lot about the team that won the Super Bowl, but you never hear that much about the team that lost. Or was second. And he said, so why then should we settle for second best? He said that we should always strive to be the best. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Do you think that if he had settled instead of going for it, that we would be where we are today? No way. And now I have dreams and goals. And I am going to go for them because I know that one day I will have all of it. And you see, Strive is so much more than a program. It's a family. It's a place where they're true. They don't sugarcoat it and tell you it's all good. They tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. If you need a shoulder to cry on through struggles, they're there. If you have something holding you back or buried inside, making you choke, they dig it out and help you to see the full potential that you already have. Strive is more than that. They help those around you as well. I said my motivation was my husband. And the funny thing is that he told me that seeing the changes that Strive was making in me was a fuel to his fire. It led him to go to Toro College and enroll for his bachelor's in human services. While he was in admissions, he found a saying on the wall. Expect more than others think is possible. Dream more than others think is practical. Risk more than others think is safe. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It's not things to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. Wow, that's amazingly profound. I think we all have the ability to do what the other graduates and I have done. Take the steps towards your future. Believe it and achieve it. Although we still have steps to go, I believe that we will all make it to the top. For me, I want to obtain my master's in business management and own my own business with my husband. I'm going to have a nice car and a beautiful home. I have to keep a positive attitude and daily do what Strive has helped me to learn to do, and that is to take my thoughts and feelings and go for it. Strive to do and be the best. In conclusion, I said all this to say that when I first came to Strive, I was very negative, and I told the teachers that my goal for myself, for self-esteem, was that by graduation, I not only wanted to say this, but believe it with all my being. I am me, and I am a beautiful and intelligent woman. Thank you all, and God bless you.